impressive field of cars here for the Action Sprint Tour race number 1, the second season. This was a tour that was developed because the crate division on Shawinigan growing so fast, and to encourage growth, we want to give them other places to race, and thankfully the other tracks in Ontario, the other 4 that host this tour, have been very good. It's very cost effective for the promoters with a full field, probably at the same or cheaper than a Sportsman full field would cost. And it's been very effective here to get the sprint car name out across Ontario and give the promoters a second option for sprint car choices as far as the 360s of the crates. And what we're most proud of, Adam, is a lot of these drivers have not even been to a dirt track, let alone Merrittville Speedway. So the tour is bringing the youngest and hottest stars on dirt in Ontario to the fans, and we're proud of that.
Talk about drivers without a lot of dirt experience. The outside pole sitter, Adrian Staley, in that number 50. That's one of them. Not a lot of experience, but had a solid run in his heat race, just missing a transfer spot. But that lined him up on the front row for this B main, and they're going to see the white flag. One more lap, and we'll set him loose. 10 laps is the distance.
Yeah, look at a guy like Adrian Staley. Without Shawinigan getting any practices in, if he didn't attend here to Merrittville or Humberstone practices in the preseason, he may not have even gotten into that car until today. So some bugs to be working out for a few of them, as we saw. Darren Dryden got turned around in his qualifying heat race as they try and find the limit. But they're doing a great job so far. We'll see how this one plays out. As you mentioned, 6 will transfer. AJ Lewis will not make the start here, and that's troublesome for them, and they had engine problems all last year. Not saying it's an engine, but we would hate it to be that way. Here we come to green. Bring us through, Adam. 10 laps, 6 cars qualify in the Action Sprint Tour B main.
Field roars to life with Liam Martin getting a good launch from the inside of row number 1. Trevor Young follows him through to the bottom, and he'll take over the second spot, putting Adrian Staley back to third in that 50 machine, but he'll settle in nicely just ahead of DJ Christie.
Johnny Miller driving hard to the inside of Brian Nanico, trying to keep him off, and just as we say that, Darren Dryden tags the outside wall but gets it rolling. Just kissed it ever so slightly with that right rear.
Well, he's definitely finding the limits of that 43 machine as Liam Martin clicks off another lap here out in front. The field strung out mostly nose to tail. A nice battle between Noel Teal and Spencer Davis in the 83 deeper in this field.
I just saw Glenn Stiers in the pits, so the boss is watching all the rookies here tonight and see how they do with the new equipment. How about Johnny Miller, has been affectionately called the Iceman, and he is running very good in that final transfer spot. Overly aggressive, but it's paying off for Miller, Adam. He's not put a wheel wrong so far, but watch him just pour it into 3.
You have to drive a sprint car aggressively or it will not turn. You just have to attack the corners. He's doing a great job in that 20 machine. He needs to be really proud of himself in the effort he's put forth. He's got almost a full straightaway over Brian Nanicoke in 7th right now. Yellow flag is out as we've got a problem in turn number 2.
Spencer Davis in the 83 Enrium Dynamics machine with issues in turn number 2.
I have a marriage that works exactly the same way. We just don't question it. If
Perfect.
it works, it works, and it works.
I'll still hate you in the morning. Here we come out of turn number 4. Liam Martin with the green, ready to come up out of Kyle McKenzie. He drops it out of the basket, and away we go.
I think Verney forgot about the orange cone until he caught a glimpse of it on the front stretch and had to turn hard right. That opened the door for Johnny Miller, and he wastes no time driving to the inside of that 26.
Pretty good run for Johnny Miller here. His first ever time behind the wheel of a full-size race car tonight, and looking good. Up front, though, young Liam Martin. This kid, Adam, still in his teens, been winning races since last season and doing good here in the B main.
Look at the battle for 6th, though, Clinton. Right now, John Verney has the spot, but Darren Dryden, Noel Teal, Spencer Davis, they're only a couple of car lengths back. One mistake, and John Verney's going to wind up having to watch this feature instead of racing in it.
2 to go for Liam Martin as he leads over the 51 of Trevor Young, a high school gym teacher out of Hamilton. And that's a good story there with Trevor Young. We'll get back to it as the white comes out here.
Liam Martin all by himself out in front. He is holding a pretty wheel. John Verney really struggling with turn 4. Darren Dryden closing in, unable to make a move just yet, but Liam Martin going to take the checkers in this B-main.
We'll watch that final spot as they head off to 3, but Vernie with a big advantage this time. Going to take a major mistake. Christie's in. Stolly will make it. Miller and Vernie's in. Ritas. Dryden goes around out of 4. Teal with some good heads-up driving, and she will avoid the issue.